right now on 18 Eyewitness News.
What does your Friday look like weather-wise? I'll have all the details.
The Boston Marathon bombing suspect has pleaded not guilty. Also, the stats are out on the fatality crashes in Missouri over the 4th of July holiday weekend. Plus, a major bust to end human trafficking in Florida. 18 Eyewitness News starts right now.
18 Eyewitness News starts now.
The main suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings pleaded not guilty in his first court appearance on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Fred Dawkins. Our top story on 18 Eyewitness News: the courtroom was full of victims and their families seeking justice against one of the men they say changed their lives forever. Charlene Israel reports.
Johar Tsarnaev's hearing lasted less than 10 minutes. All he said was not guilty over and over as each of the 30 charges against him was read. The only emotion Tsarnaev showed for his sisters, smiling at them when he came in and blowing a kiss when he left. The victims present say his attitude was not one of remorse.
He never looked at us. He never turned in our direction. We were sitting directly behind him.
That he was smirking and had no care for, I don't know, just, that he just had the audacity to smirk at us is how I took it.
Liz Norton's 2 sons each lost legs in the bombings.
I wanted more than anything to just stand up on 2 feet. You have no idea how bad I wanted to get up.
3 people were killed and 264 others were wounded in the twin explosions on April 15th. If convicted, Tsarnaev could face the death penalty. Outside the courthouse, 20 MIT officers stood at attention. Tsarnaev is also accused of killing one of their own, as he and his older brother Tamerlan tried to outrun police.
I didn't see the remorse. I didn't see the nervousness or the fear, or I didn't see any of that.
Supporters of Tsarnaev also waited outside the court. They cheered when his motorcade arrived, yelling "Justice for Johar," the name the 19-year-old was known by. Prosecutors say Tsarnaev wrote about his motivations for the bombing on the inside walls of the boat where he hid from authorities, writing that the U.S. government was, quote, killing our innocent civilians, and then going on to say, "We Muslims are one body. You hurt one, you hurt us all."
Meanwhile, the nation's leaders are asking why Boston law enforcement officials did not see the attack coming. Heather Sells reports that they are pushing for more monitoring and coordination.
Boston police should have known more about Tamerlan and Johar Tsarnaev, the 2 bombing suspects, before their explosives ever went off. In hearings in both the Senate and the House, experts agreed on that point. House Homeland Security Chair Mike McCall noted that Boston police did not know that the FBI had opened a criminal investigation into Tamerlan, nor that he had traveled to Dagestan.
So it seems to me they're a great force multiplier, but here we are 12 years after 9/11. And we still are not seeing that kind of coordination and communication taking place. And when the FBI says we don't have the resources, why don't you leverage state and locals? They want to help. The Boston police wanted to be a part of this. They wanted to be at the table.
Former New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani also testified, noting that the country's 800,000 police could enhance FBI efforts. The FBI has just 12,000 agents.
If you're trying to find a needle in a haystack in a community in America, the FBI cannot do it.
The Boston bombing also underscored the threat of small but deadly attacks, a big headache for law enforcement since tracking individuals is so labor-intensive.
Detecting that tipping point where someone moves from radicalized to mobilized is the very hardest piece.
Leader, the former head of the National Counterterrorism Center, also pointed out that since 9/11, the country has been largely successful in thwarting terrorism at home.
I don't want to make light of the losses we've suffered, but frankly, in my view, it is nothing short of remarkable that since 9/11, we have had a total of 18 people killed in the homeland by al-Qaeda-inspired terrorism. 13 at Fort Hood, 1 at Little Rock, and 4 in Boston most recently.
In Boston's case, many lives were spared thanks to first responders who were trained specifically for terror attacks.
The Poplar Bluff Chamber of Commerce has had a member contact them about someone attempting to scam them by sending an invoice for more than $1,000 for a Yellow Page ad. The scammers also sent letters threatening them if they did not pay. The company was called YellowPageUSA.com. The Better Business Bureau says that they have been investigating the issue for some time. If you've been a victim of this type of scam, contact the Better Business Bureau at bbb.org. The U.S. Geological Survey is conducting low-level flights across sections of Missouri, Arkansas, and Tennessee this week, looking for clues about the New Madrid earthquake fault zone. The USGS began conducting the flights Wednesday over a 1,400 square mile area across southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas, and western Tennessee. Crews will be measuring the magnetic field of the earth and underground rock formations to help locate concealed faults associated with the New Madrid seismic zone. The USGS says the New Madrid area has been the most seismically active region in the United States east of the Rockies for decades. The USGS says while there's no evidence of an imminent large earthquake, the agency has serious concerns about the potential repeat of a destructive earthquake like those that occurred in the 1800s. A 9-year-old boy injured in a drive-by shooting in North St. Louis has died. St. Louis police say Tyrez Short died Wednesday evening. He was shot early Wednesday as he slept in the back of a car. The boy's father and 2 other people were also in the car, but no one else was injured. No suspects have been arrested. Now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast, and the weekend looks great.
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures across the area definitely on the warm side, but not as warm as we've been seeing. So we've been enjoying the nice cooler air here in southeast Missouri. Most of the temperatures in lower 80s, maybe some mid 80s down to our south. Forecast this evening, if you're going out and about, we're going to see a pretty evening in store. Plenty of sunshine at 7 p.m., about 79 degrees, 72 in clear skies at 9. By midnight, down to 66. How high will the temperatures go on your Friday, and will we see any thunderstorms for the weekend? I'll let you know coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
Up next on 18 Eyewitness News, the stats are out on the fatality crashes in Missouri over the 4th of July holiday weekend. We'll have that story and more coming up.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archer Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archer Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
More than a dozen people died in traffic crashes during the 2013 4th of July holiday counting period in Missouri. The counting period began at 6 p.m. July 3rd and ended at 11:59 p.m. July the 8th. Missouri State Highway Patrol Trooper Justin Wheatley explains to 18 Eyewitness News how the patrol enforces safety on the roadways.
A series of operations. This year we put more troopers on the road. We try to schedule them. We do an operation called 20-mile trooper, to where we have on the major interstates, we'll have a trooper every 20 miles, and he's sectioned, and that's his area. He stays in that 20-mile loop. So up and down the interstate through the entire state of Missouri, you will see a trooper every 20 miles at least. And their primary focus is to ensure traffic safety and enforce all the traffic laws to ensure the motorists get to and from where they're going safely.
The Missouri State Highway Patrol worked 358 traffic crashes in which 13 people died and 157 were injured. The Columbia Police Department worked 1 fatality crash. St. Louis City Police Department worked a triple fatality crash. Troopers arrested 199 people for driving while intoxicated during this year's 102-hour holiday counting period. The Texas House has approved new abortion restrictions. Lawmakers there gave their final approval to the measure on Wednesday.
It was a very passionate debate. I'm proud of who we are as a state and for the step that we have taken to protect both babies and women.
And we think that they should have a right and a choice, and that choice should be whether or not that they want to carry a child or to terminate them.
I think there's enough money that goes into Planned Parenthood and other entities such that if these facilities would like to stay open, they will, and they have to comply with Texas law in order to do so.
The bill is expected to pass the Texas Senate as early as Friday. In the meantime, demonstrations are still going on outside the state capitol if it becomes law. Abortions after 20 weeks will be banned due to evidence babies can feel pain. It would also require abortion providers to follow state surgical standards. Critics say it would shut down most abortion clinics in Texas. In North Carolina, a similar effort is underway to create more abortion safeguards after the governor mentioned a veto on Wednesday. Republicans in the state General Assembly quickly rewrote their bill. They slipped it into another bill, and sponsors say their goal is to make abortion clinics safer. Opponents say regulations would shut down most abortion clinics in that state. Missouri conservation agents are preparing to allow elk hunting in the state beginning in 2016. State officials expect to issue between 30 and 40 elk hunting permits, but now are not until a herd that now numbers about 100 doubles in size. The State Department of Conservation reintroduced elk to Missouri in 2010 by trapping about 50 annually in Kentucky and bringing the animals to the Peck Ranch Conservation Area in southeast Missouri for observation. The herd will now grow only through reproduction. The Conservation Agency previously expected to allow elk hunting in 2015. 26-year-old Ryan Black of Fredericktown has been charged with the Class C felony of second-degree assault and Class D felony of unlawful use of a weapon. He is accused of threatening his mother with a pistol while he was drunk. Police say Black became irate during an argument about a deceased relative, retrieved a .45 caliber pistol from his closet, and said he was going to kill a person he knew. Witnesses reported to police that when Black's mother tried to prevent him from leaving, he pointed the gun at her and threatened to kill her. He's currently in the Madison County Jail on a $15,000 cash-only bond. Up next on 18 Eyewitness News, a major bust to end human trafficking in Florida. 18 Eyewitness News, we'll be right back.
Years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crossley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
As I get ready to go into surgery, I remind myself what it's about. It's about God. It's about caring. It's about trust. It's about respect. It's about back pain. It's about neck pain. It's about questions. It's about answers. It's about people, not just patients. It's about you. It's about us. It is Heartland Spine. Changing lives, saving lives. That's what we do.
A human trafficking ring in Florida is branding the bodies of women and girls who are used for prostitution. A major bust began back in May, netting 92 arrests, among them a 15-year-old girl. Officials learned she was part of a trafficking ring that was bringing women into countries throughout Florida to sell their bodies. The Polk County Sheriff Department said they were outraged when they saw markings on the girl that showed she was being treated like a slave.
In the year 2013, we are tattooing, branding children, and people are using them as consumable merchandise. And then they simply throw them away.
The Florida Attorney General is pursuing this multi-county investigation into human trafficking. Anyone wanting to know about the future of health care is urged to attend this year's old-fashioned Summer Fun Senior Day. It's a health fair in Annapolis. There will be a lot of fun for everyone, and best of all, it's free to the public. Coordinator Tina Buckite says that anything healthcare related will be there.
It's basically aimed towards seniors, and it's just getting the information out there. Senior services will be there. All kinds of food stamp people will be there to let people know how all the insurance changes will affect them.
The event starts at 10 o'clock on Friday morning at the Annapolis Community Betterment Center. For more information, you can contact Tina at 866-246-8500. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon isn't ready to embrace the idea of using the gas chamber to execute prisoners. Last week, Attorney General Chris Koster suggested that if lethal injection issues are going to remain tied up in the courts, Missouri might consider using the gas chamber. State statutes allow for either method of execution. Nixon was asked about Koster's suggestion when the governor was in St. Louis for a news conference this week. Nixon responded with, "Missouri doesn't have a gas chamber, and the issues related to the death penalty need to be worked out in the courts." Lily Hoggart has been selected National Hospital Volunteer of the Year by the Veterans of Foreign Wars Ladies Auxiliary. Hoggart is a member of the VFW Auxiliary Unit 4517 in Piggott, Arkansas, and volunteers at the John J. Pershing VA Medical Center in Poplar Bluff, as well as the community-based outpatient clinic in Paragould, Arkansas. She has served 21 years as a volunteer, devotedly caring for hospitalized and elderly veterans. Individuals interested in volunteering or donating to the John J. Pershing VA Medical Center may contact the Voluntary Service Office at 778-4276.
Coming up next in Weather, your latest Storm Tracker weather forecast. We'll be right back.
More than 70% of the U.S. experience back or neck pain within our lifetime. For many, it goes away within 4 to 6 weeks, but some require more than just time. If you need help treating your back or neck pain, contact Dr. Frank Hayward at Heartland Spine Institute. Dr. Hayward is the area's expert in minimally invasive and laser spine surgery. Tiny incision, big results. Changing lives, saving lives. That's what we do.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures across the area nice this evening. Right now here at the studio, we're at 81 with a mostly sunny sky. Feels like 82 out there, so not too bad with a northeast wind about 9 miles per hour. Throughout southeast Missouri, like I said, those temperatures not bad at all. We're in the lower 80s for most areas, maybe a few upper 70s. The further south you go, a little bit warmer as temperatures about 85 in Piedmont right now. Across the state of Missouri, temperatures are nice as well. 82 in Columbia, Kansas City at 81. 88 though, a little bit warmer down in Springfield, 81 in St. Louis, and 84 right now in Cape Girardeau. Here's what our forecast headlines look like. We're going to see that sunshine sticking around. Can't complain about that. The weekend, though, is going to be on the warm side, and it doesn't look like any rain is in sight. If we get the heat of the day, we may start seeing those showers and thunderstorms. Plenty of sunshine throughout the area on your Friday, but look what's creeping at our door. We're going to see that hot weather move our way starting on Saturday. Here's what our forecast looks like for this evening. We're going to see a beautiful evening, 58, 59 degrees for your overnight low, around a 62 in some areas. Clear skies, though. Northeast wind 5 to 10. Looking ahead for tomorrow, 85 to 88. Plenty of sunshine, light to variable winds. The next several days in the big 7-day forecast looks like this. The weekend is looking nice but warm. Plenty of sunshine, near 90 for both Saturday and Sunday. Then we're in the lower 90s Monday and Tuesday. Sunshine continues, but we're dropping back off into the 80s on Wednesday and Thursday. Don't forget to get the latest weather information at our website, KDKZ18.com. Fred, back to you.
I'm Stacy Johnson. Ready for a recipe that'll feed a family of 4 a feast for less than 15 bucks? See what's cooking just ahead on Money.
We all need to take responsibility in our lives and start thinking about how do we want to be treated at the end of our lives. I would definitely say Serenity Hospice Care is an expert in their field. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's help a phone call away. If it were me and I was diagnosed with a terminal illness, absolutely, I would choose Serenity Hospice Care.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Arch Air Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Armchair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
We all want to get the most for our money, especially when it comes to our food. So how about a meal for a family of 4 for less than $15? This week's Frugal Family Feast features a fast and delicious cheese tortellini Alfredo.
I'm Stacy Johnson, and this is the uber-talented Chef Ray De La Osa. He is the resident chef for Publix Aprons Cooking School. Chef is going to make for us a feast for a family of 4 for less than $15. What's it going to be today, Chef?
A cheese tortellini with a side salad and crispy croutons.
I'm all about the pasta. What goes in it?
We have some Publix frozen cheese tortellini, Publix Alfredo, and the bonus about this recipe is you get a salad and some croutons with it. We have some ranch dressing and baguette.
It sounds great, Chef. Throw it together for me.
All right, so we have our Alfredo sauce that's warm. We boiled our tortellini, and all you do with this is you just toss it together, season it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's done.
Cool.
But now we're gonna do our crostinis. You put a little bit of olive oil on those.
Like that much?
Yep, as much as you want.
Okay.
Cooking is whatever you want. Go ahead and put that into the oven.
Got it.
450 degrees.
How long?
Until they're done.
Okay, a few minutes?
Yes. And then go ahead and make our salad for us. You can use any dressing you like. We're gonna use ranch for this one.
Okay, just
and go ahead, toss that together.
Easy enough.
And then
so this just get right out of the jar into the pan?
Right out of the jar into the pan. This is
really
super, super simple. Absolutely.
And it really takes almost no time at all.
And the best part is $11.59.
No way.
Way.
I'm down. And here's what it looks like when it's done. Is it going to taste as good as it looks? Let's find out. My favorite part of the show. What can you can't get better than that. It's fabulous. Go to MoneyTalksNews.com right now. Just do a search for Frugal Family Feast. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
As Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, KDKZ18.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu. We typically see a lot of different snakes during the summertime, but have you ever seen a bubble snake? Jason Lindsay, aka Mr. Science, shows us how to create a bubble snake by using a few ingredients from around the house.
My science helper Brenna and I have a pretty cool experiment for you. It's called the bubble snake. How are you, Brenna? Good. Give me 5 for science. Here's how we do this experiment. I have an old water bottle, so I cut it in half, and since I'm an adult, I can use a knife and do that. Then I took an old wash rag and put it where I cut the water bottle in half and held it on with a rubber band. Next, I put some food coloring, red and green, right there on the wash rag. I'm going to dip it into my super bubble solution. You can learn how to make super bubbles by going to the website hookedonscience.org. And then I'm going to blow a long breath through my opening of the water bottle. Ready? Does it look like a snake? Is it going to bite me? No, it's not. You try it now, Brenna. Okay, I want you to blow right through it just like that. Oh, whoa, look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? Learn more about this experiment by going to our award-winning website. That website is hookedonscience.org.
Go to KDKZ18.com, click on the Hooked on Science link under the Lifestyles menu for this experiment and others that might get you and your entire family hooked on science.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
Folks, that does it for 18 Eyewitness News. Thanks for joining me and Dustin. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Until then, have a blessed day and evening, everyone. God bless.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.